Today's video is about honesty and spilling the tea. Why in my 50s am I attempting to do this YouTube thing? Well, it started with publishing my first book and realizing that I needed to create a platform with ready, willing, and able buyers, and that meant, social media, and that includes YouTube. So that's where it began. And I have thrown a lot of spaghetti over the last 2 to 4 years against the wall to see what sticks. And if you have followed me at all, you know that as well. And so today I'm going to share what came to me this week and the pivot that we're going to take. So very last minute, I have decided to scrap what my original plan was to post for this week and to record this very, very last minute in the game and just come on and reboot and be honest about what this entire journey is. Yes, it's about the books, and I love sharing the books, but that is just one piece of the journey. And I think that my journey is too intertwined, I guess, to not share it all. And that goes from the journey of self-discovery that I've been on the last few years, to the book writing journey, to the books and the podcasts, the whatever I watch, to feed it all. They're too intertwined not to share them all. And so that's what I have decided to do. So here's what the weekly compilation is going to look like if you choose to come on and watch my videos. It's going to be a bit of my self-discovery journey and what that includes. A lot of times it's whatever I'm doing, what I'm trying to learn and grow from. So your books, your podcasts, your YouTube videos, whatever it may be. It may be trying out new things, having experiences to integrate those things into my life. So it could be around rituals or routines on a daily basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis. It could be going to a Reiki session for that matter. I'm also a shamanic student for the last 7 years, so there's that aspect of it too. And that is very much intertwined in my life as I'm writing about those things as well. And so that's the other piece, is that I've written one book, as I mentioned, The Spiritual Awakening of the Analytical Mind, and the marketing of that is going to be a part of it as well, as I go out to stores to keep the book, to have them keep the book in mind, or to drop off copies of the book, or to, in this case, this week, I decided to do a third reprint of the book as a cooperative author. And so I'm getting ready to sign the contract and send in a deposit to put forward another print that will be back in my hands the next month. And part of the condition of doing that was that I would get my butt double down and start promoting it more. Social media does not come naturally to me, and I need to be better about that in order to get the book outside the state of Maine, because as I've mentioned in other videos, my book was published by Maine Authors Publishing, has a bunch of incredible relationships, but mostly in the state of Maine, and that's really where my reach has been. So my goal in 2024 is to start expanding out of that state boundary, so to speak. And then the other news is that I just came out to let people know, and actually some of the people that I love dearly don't know yet, that I'm writing a book too. So I have begun. I am well into chapter 1. It's actually should be wrapped up in the next couple of days. And yeah, that's a big step. It's very vulnerable to put that out into the world. And so a lot of what I'll be sharing on a weekly basis is the progress on book 2. The other piece of that, and I don't think it'll be as big, but it is time consuming in my week, is doing either YouTube videos or trying to figure out content for the social media, so that may, come up here and there as well. And this last piece may seem unrelated, however it's not, which is creating artwork. So you ask why? Creating artwork is good for our soul, quite honestly. It's not just a silly kid thing at all. And what I have found over the last few years is that I get this really big pull to create something that I don't know how to do, by the way. Each time it's time to write or enter into a new endeavor. So writing a book, starting a podcast, and I always laugh because the things that have come up so far, let's see, I've done string art, needle felting, wet felting, watercolors, and kind of like ink type stuff, and then acrylics. I feel like there's more things too, but it is so funny to see what comes out, and it's almost like it gets that creative flow moving, like I've got stuck energy there in my lower chakras, and it gets it unstuck and gets me moving. And so I will share, just wet spots, I will share as that stuff calls and I step up and actually listen to that pull that I'm getting. Hi, do you see my friend in the background there? I had to stop because I got a little turkey friend. Anyway, so then the rest of the time is filled with life, as with all of you. I'm no longer doing the podcast, Intuition Talks, that I mentioned before. It was a wonderful time. It was great. I met this incredible person to do it with and have that experience through being on other podcasts to promote book one. And she and I got together. We did the podcast for 14 months, but we kind of knew it was time to move along, and I needed more time to write and start this new phase of things. And what else do we have? Oh, you may hear me bring up real estate every once in a while. I come from a 30-year career in insurance, corporate insurance, as well as 20 of those years in real estate, investing, and sales. And it's been a strange transition out of a career and into this, and being okay with that, and kind of settling into my own, away from, I guess, my own insecurities on it. So I still am an occasional realtor, but yeah, we're giving this all a go as well. And then from a personal standpoint, I am the mom to 2 teenage kids, one in college and one is finishing junior year of high school, and I learn from them every single day, including the lesson of starting to let go. And lastly, I have an incredible partner, and we are getting ready for this next phase of life, and we love doing adventures together. We aren't really van lifers, we're kind of van weekenders in the short season that is Maine. So we like to kayak, hike, bike, mostly all around Maine, but we do get out to other New England states as well. And that is a compilation of what these videos will be. Will be books and other things and experiences that I consume along my journey of self-discovery, along with marketing of a book, as well as writing of a book, and then all the personal stuff that falls in there too. So I hope that you will join along. I think it's going to be fun. You'll get more of the real me, and yeah, so that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Be well and keep stepping forward.